So as everyone knows who owns a Mustang or any other sort of fast car, Corvette, Firebird, Camaro, you name it. If a little bit of power is good, a lot of power is even better. And no matter how much power your car makes, it's never quite enough. You're always looking for that next little bump. So we're going to do a couple changes underneath this hood, and I'm going to show you exactly what we've got in store. VMP Gen 2R Stage 2 Supercharger kit. Here's the main components lined out on the table. This by no means is everything that came with this kit. I just got more of the beautiful pieces out, so to speak. A lot of the nuts, bolts, hoses, hardware is still in numerous bags. But what we do have here is the heart of the kit, the VMP Supercharger. This is a twin screw unit. Next to that we have the intercooler, massive JLT intake, massive JLT air filter. We've got colder heat range spark plugs, degas bottle that's going to be the liquid system for the intercooler. We've got the upgraded heat exchanger with 2 fans on there. That's going to help to keep all the liquid cool that's going into the intercooler, so that's going to mount up in front of the radiator in the very front of the car. Got a massive twin 67mm throttle body. Very nice high polish, and it's got the VMP engraving on it. It's one of the nicer looking pieces out of this whole kit. Here we have VMP's fuel pump booster. We've got 8 brand new fuel injectors. Those are somewhere around 56 pounds. Bracketry with belt tensioner. There's a couple other pulleys and brackets that come with this kit, but we don't have them pictured here. Got some VMP brand massive fuel rails. These come with a lot of assorted fittings. These are pretty nice. I'm not sure if you can see, but they have a VMP logo laser etched into it. Like I said, those come with a lot of assorted fittings, hoses, things of that nature. In addition to running this supercharger kit, I know it's going to get things a little hot. My experience in the past has always been you add boost and you're going to make some heat. We're going to throw this Fluidine 3-row aluminum radiator in addition to it. This should be a factory replacement, hopefully. It's got pretty good reviews. I've ran Fluidine radiators in the past on older 5.0 pushrod engines. In addition to that, we got a 170-degree thermostat, not pictured here. And we have this GT500 fan off the 2013 and 14 GT500s. It's a factory Ford part, so this should be a direct swap. Hopefully the plugs and everything are the same. It's pretty nice. It's got the SVT logo on it. It's got an extra blade on it compared to the factory one. So it's actually got these little vents down here too. It's totally open to help cool even further. So that's a pretty nice piece there. So before I went ahead and pulled the trigger on getting this particular supercharger, I was back and forth with whether to go with single turbo, twin turbo, a root style supercharger, twin screw supercharger, centrifugal supercharger, and then within those choices there was brands like Vortec, Paxton. Within the twin screw you have Roush, you got VMP, those are the big ones. I kind of went back to my experience with power adders. I've ran a couple different kits of nitrous on older cars, Kenny Bell supercharger, Vortex supercharger, so I kind of know how the power delivery comes out of each of these kits. One of the big advantages of running this twin screw supercharger is that it builds the boost at a very low RPM. So I should be able to hit full boost, maybe around 2,500 RPM, right around there, versus a centrifugal supercharger or a turbo system is going to come on, you'll be at full boost, maybe around 5,000 RPMs or so. Advantage of that is you're going to be less likely to blow the tires off, but with the sacrifice of on the street, it's going to seem a little bit less violent. This should have plenty of low-end grunt, and it's going to give a lot of fun on the street. And it's also going to give a really good amount of power. We're going to be running this kit at about 10 PSI based on my calculations and what VMP has told me. I think that I'm pretty comfortable running at 10 PSI, especially with the intercooler and the heat exchanger. I think everything should be real safe. We're going to be running the extra fuel booster there to give us as much fuel as we need. I got a 93 octane tune-up. They can give you higher octane tune-ups if you want to do that. We're going to be running 93. I also have a 91 tune just in case we're on a road trip or something and all we could get is 91. I could just download that. Again, just to kind of recap, went with this versus the other power adders for a multitude of reasons. As far as the turbos, they make crazy horsepower, I know that. As far as I'm concerned, I think that the install is a little bit more difficult than this one. I just felt as though this is going to give me the best low-end grunt and give me the power numbers that I was looking for. So as far as power gains, that's what everybody wants to know. After all, that's why you'd be putting a supercharger or a turbo or nitrous on there. It's not for the gas mileage increase, it's for the actual power. So based on what I could find out, VMP is rating this at about 735 flywheel horsepower. They're saying you're going to get about mid 600s to the rear tires with this kit, and that's with stock exhaust and stock other components. If you guys or girls have anything else done to it, long tube headers, off-road H-pipe, resonator delete, mufflers, ignition, stuff like that, you're only going to go higher and higher. These kits are really coming a long way since the last time I was playing with these. Can't wait to do this. We do have intentions to compete with this car coming up. We're going into the autumn here, so it's going to be in springtime, maybe next summer, but please stay tuned to see how that goes, and also stay tuned to see how the installation of this goes. If you have any kind of particular questions on the install, hit me up below. We'll get back to you right away. As always, thanks for watching and stay tuned.